So let's start working on that. We need a lot of stuff, as you can see, for the nuclear reactors. I think 4 is going to be ideal. We won't need more than 4 nuclear reactors, I believe, for the rest of the playthrough. So let's just do it. We'll make them. We want to do these in multiple of 2, I believe, if I remember correctly. So we might just want to make 2 right now, and then make more when we have more resources. I'll probably make 4. Okay, so let's go grab more concrete. And 1, 2, and 3. So we cannot make 4, so I'm gonna only make 2 at a time now. We don't have enough advanced circuits. I could grab, there's still some in the chest, so I could grab more, but I think 2 is plenty for right now. So we're also gonna need heat exchangers. I'm probably gonna have to look up the ratios of how to do this because I'm not, I'd rather not do trial and error for a very long time to get this, figure out how it works. I'll probably just do the math, but we're going to look up the numbers and how many we need. So we're gonna need 16 exchangers. So we have 10 here. Let's go make some pipes. Let's go grab some more assembly machines. Now we have the pipes. Nice. Okay. So we have the pipes. We need steel and we need copper. So 5, 10, 13. 14, 15, 16. So we have 16, that's all we need. And we're gonna need steam turbines. They're right here, and we need 28 of them. So let's go grab more copper. So we're gonna need to make more pipes. So let's get the assembly machines down and make some pipes. Okay. Are they? They're here. Okay, so we have enough to make 10, so we'll make the 10. And we need 18 more. So for that, we're going to need more iron gear wheels, which we are in the process of making. Looks like we've made up all of our, we've used up all of our iron. This is still saturated, so that's good to see. Okay. Shoot, we made 10. We have enough for 14. So we are looking for 4 more. What are we low on? We're low on pipes. 27. We need one more. What do we need? Pipes. There we go. 28. 2, 16, 28. That's all we need. And let's make some heat pipes. And hopefully that will be around enough. Probably we'll need more. I don't know how many we'll need, but we can make more at the time when we need to. Alright, so we are pretty much set for our nuclear reactor. We'll just need to wait for these to make. In the meantime, let's go and figure out if we can add more to our uranium. Oh no. Okay, never mind. I thought they were backed up again. Go check out our uranium mine. This will probably empty soon. Because we only have one cargo going through, we might want to add more cargo wagons. Because we're going to increase the amount of centrifuges we have. Basically double it, so we might as well double our cargo wagon. You know, why not? Oh, shoot. That's why that doesn't work. Okay. Let's go with 40 seconds. I'm going to change that into item count for uranium equal to 0. Cool. So the thing that sucks about this is that if we are going to add another cargo wagon, we'll have to mess with how this works. Because in our base it goes the opposite way. The sulfur is on the bottom and this is on the top. So that means we'll have to rearrange it in such a way where that fits better. These backed up? These are backed up. Okay, so that means that we definitely have the output to add more. I'm just thinking of how we're going to do this. Is it better to add it here, or is it better to add it here? Because we can easily add to the bottom here more railings, that is, and just make the track longer. We're going to have to figure that out. So I'm going to head back to my base and see how this pans out. So other than the one time where they got stuck, this seems to be working pretty well. So that's pretty fortunate. Okay, so if we added another one here, yeah, it would just empty out here. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to add another cargo wagon. If we had one, which we don't, this shouldn't be able to move while we're doing that, so they're all gone. All done. Oh, that one still has something. Okay, these are our last holdouts of the old guard. There we go. That's probably why our iron situation was not working as well as I thought it should. Because one was pretty much empty. No. Let's pick it up manually. Okay, so we're gonna need to make a cargo train to add I'm saying that out loud so I don't forget, 'cause I know I'm gonna forget. Oops. Wait, why do you still not have power? There you go. Okay. I'll clean that up later. So, cargo train, cargo wagon. We need iron and gear wheels. Luckily we have this nifty gear wheel area. And steel is right here. Okay, so we'll make one cargo wagon. We have enough of these. We have chests. We have power. So I think we're good to go. We have belts. We have splitters. We have splitters. So we'll add the cargo wagon somewhere, wherever it is. Apparently you can't queue it. Oh, it's not made yet. There we go. Okay, that's the reason why. In the meantime, we can prep it. So let's do that. I think 3 is a little too much, huh? I guess that was a little optimistic of me. I'll continue to put 3 just because I have it already set, but I think that was a little optimistic on the amount of uranium we're outputting here. Okay, and these will go up here and we'll have another set like this up here. Okay, not done yet, huh? So let's figure out what we need to do with this. So uranium processing, that's what we're doing here. Nuclear fuel. We need rocket fuel. Didn't realize that. So we need to go make some rocket fuel so we can make nuclear fuel. And this the Covarex enrichment process is what we really want to do. And basically we put in 40, we get 41 out. So all this time we've been mining for several hours, and we only have 74. By putting 40 into here and getting 1 out in a minute, that will drastically increase the amount of 235 that we have, and it'll do it in such a way where we basically can just keep on recycling it and we'll be good to go. Because we have a lot of the 238, which is more or less useless for us. We do need some of it, but we don't need it in this amount. This is the good stuff here. So that's gonna be good. We can get that started right now. Just do this. Oops. There you go. That's what I wanted. And there we go. It's going to output 41, which I wanted to re-uptake for the next set. And then it's also going to output 2. So that means we want a circle here. And I output it into a chest. And put it back. That's pretty much it. I think that's all we want. We can make this look a little bit better in a little bit, but I just wanted to get this started. because we have what we need for it. Hey, it's almost done, so we can take a look to make sure it works. And there we go. We gained 235 through that round. So not bad at all. Okay, so we have all of our stuff done. Let's add it to the line here. Let's add our fuel. We'll put a chest down. There we go. Okay. And now let's bring it back to the uranium mine, and we can figure out how we want to load it. So not bad so far. We're on our way to get what we need for power. And then after that, we can do our smelting area that we keep talking about with the electric furnaces. You could do it with the normal furnaces, the steel furnaces that we've been using, but I think that's unnecessary when we have the electric furnaces, which are probably better. I actually don't know. They're actually the same, but take up more space. That's interesting. I guess it's just convenience rather than an upgrade. Okay, so the problem here is I did not bring any tracks with me, so I can't add to this to fix the thing here. So we'll just let this go and then we'll write it back, I guess. You need to go grab some rails. Okay, in the meantime, let's figure out what else we need to do. We could start on our robots. I kind of want to stay away from robots this map because I want to try to focus on getting all of my production set without the crutch of using robots. I call it a crutch because basically they don't care where you put their chests. As long as it's within the network, they can grab it and bring it elsewhere. By not relying on the robots, we can force ourselves to have a little less spaghetti. Okay. So let's change this to manual so it doesn't leave without us. And we're gonna go grab some rails. And every time we pass by here, we'll make this a little bit nicer, a little bit cleaner. All of our production facilities are nice and saturated. Change that into red. Okay, these are all backed up, so everything's working fantastic. Only issue again is that we don't have enough circuit production yet, and we haven't made any purple circuits yet, which we definitely should. Are these empty now? I guess they must be. So we're gonna clean this up, and we're gonna try to steal some railroads here. You don't need too many. I'm just gonna take one stack. Oops, I do not want the stone. That's good enough. What do we want to research next? Insert capacity bonus might be helpful. What else? Logistics 3? Is it time yet? I don't know. Guess we'll do... Nah, don't need to. I'm not in a rush. We still don't have yellow science done. We'll just do our modules. Okay, so we have our rails. We're gonna go and do that. And then we're gonna set up our nuclear reactor up here. It's gonna be above the water source. I believe we need water to do nuclear stuff. So I'm gonna do that near there. That means that we're gonna need to bring a train to get the fuel rod things that I want to put down. So we'll need to figure that out. Because we want to make a lot of trains. And these are definitely not enough trains yet. We only have 4 trains going. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll probably have a couple more with the smelting area as well, so that'll be good. Then from there, I don't know, copper, an oil one. Right, so we are going to change this stop. We want to line it up just right. So the old section is good. Is that good? Can't tell. Let's put up the stop. Let's see if that works. I think that's the best we're gonna get. This is still good. These are still good. I think that works for me. That means all we have to do is set this up. I'm only going to do a 2 buffer now. I think 3 was too excessive. All right. So how are we going to do this? This is a full line. Yeah, these things are not going to run out anytime soon, it looks like. So I'm going to grab... We have four full lines. So 2 lines can go here. We don't need to split them. Or we don't need to do this. There you go. And then just pretty much do the same thing here. That's not what we did. Try this again. I have them facing the wrong way. That is the issue here. There we go. Nice. Alright, so that means we have doubled our uranium. And I'm going to transfer some from here to there, to this side, so we can make sure that continues to go. But in the end, it's all going to be saturated anyways. We think this is more than enough. Alright. So let's just test this real quick. Oh, let's change this back. This is the uranium mine. Alright, so let's go to the main. And then let's go back. Is this off? This is off, huh? Dang it. Alright, well. That's why we checked. Wait, no. Hey, stop. Stop, come back. Don't leave without me. Okay. Is this gonna be okay? I'm a little worried that... Oh no, they do the same thing there. Okay. Okay, no problems then. Alright, let's go. You know, I never changed the color of this train. Let's do that. Bam. Green. Cool. We're legit now. I want this to be over 3.5k. Should be 4k total, but I think 3.5 is more than enough. We'll change that into an ore. Actually, let's bump this up. There you go. Now we just have to check if it unloads properly. We have to make sure our sulfur is good too. Oh no. Oh no. We need to figure out how to fix this. Because if I'm not here to babysit it, then those two would just be stuck. Because they're... One's trying to pass through and the other one's there. Okay. So that does it. And this loads properly. That's good. That's good. So let's put down our extra centrifuges. There we go. And we'll just... Is there a better way to do this? Probably. Give me a second. I'm trying to figure it out. Probably the best way would just be have a super long line, right? I think that's... kind of acceptable. Hang on. Because if I add to this line, that means I have to split these two. I have to balance these two together. So I bring this down and put a splitter here, and then just add to this. But is that what I really need to do? I could just copy this setup and put it right here. That's kind of serves the same purpose either way. But if I did do that, then how am I going to set this up? I could have this be the middle area. Okay. Alright. I've made up my mind. We are going to do only 3 more. Didn't I make 10? 10 of these? Well, let's go make more of them, I guess. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put another 2 lines of this, and then these will go onto this line, and then we'll have another line. Okay, so I might have screwed up here. There we go. And then we'll have to figure that out later. Okay, our iron is good. Our copper is fantastic. Our stone is pretty much dead. Then we only have the 4 here. But we're still outputting stones, that's fine. So we're gonna make a couple more centrifuges. We need advanced circuits. We have those. We need gear wheels. Should have a number of those, and we need concrete. There's our concrete. I never refilled these, sad day, but that's fine. We had them still in our inventory. So we have 5. We have 3 over there. I want to make, let's make 14 in total, so I can have some to make extra stuff for whatever. So for that we're gonna need more concrete. Now we need more iron gear wheels. And then we'll need more advanced circuits. Uh-oh. That's where we might run into issues here. I think that's all I can afford now. I need the last, those guys there to cover for everything else I'm making. These up. Like that. Is really chew through iron quickly. Oh, now we need steel. More steel. Okay, so we have 4, 2 plus 10, that's 12, plus the 3 that's there, that's 15. Okay, we're good. Let's keep these guys topped off. So next time I come over here looking for them, we have what we need. Is there anything else we need to make? I do not know. Probably check on our coal as well. Although that train seems to be working just fine. Okay, so As I said before, we're pretty much just going to just flip it. And this is, we already have what we need for uranium, really. We just needed the 40, and now technically we have infinite power. So this is just kind of just extra credit. And I am fine with that. So, oops. There we go. And let's bring this up. There we go. And let's power her up. Copy over the commands. And have the output over here. That is the wrong way. There we go. We have what we were seeking. So we're gonna let this go through. And then we'll pick it up. Okay, so how do we want to orient this now? We have a couple more things we need to do with these. We need to have one making nuclear fuel. But I need rocket fuel for that, so we're gonna need to go find a way to make that. The used up uranium fuel cell we can make by the... we can do that by our nuclear reactor. It's done. This is done. Okay. Alright. So, I think all we want to do over here is the Coverx enrichment process. So let me figure out how to do this. We had it. Just need to do it again. So first we need to filter out what we want and what we don't want. We want 235 up there. We want 238 down there. Put that into a chest. Then we want to take the 235, put it into the enrichment process facility. And process it. Then we want to output what we get from that. We want to once again put it into a chest. And then output it into a belt. And then put it back in. pretty self-explanatory here. The reason that we're not just using one belt is because we want to keep all the extras, and hopefully we'll store up a small amount of extra. Because we get one every time we do this. One of the good kind every time we do this. So theoretically, eventually we'll have so many that this belt will be full. And this will be done, and blah blah blah. It'll be amazing. Then technically we can get 2 of these going, and then so on and so forth, and it's gonna be amazing. The issue here is we still want to have the 238 get into here, so we're just going to output a little bit, just enough on this belt, and that will be inserted into here when I need it to. Otherwise, the rest is going to go back into that series of chests we had before. And I think we're good. Eventually, like I said before, we're going to want to add more of these, and then we can get more and more 238 being processed at a time. And that's it. Good. We just need to make our nuclear fuel cells out of the excess that we have, and we can use that to power our base. Might want to add a couple more chests here now that we have double the amount that's going, so we're going to do that. And there we go. Make our next, research our next thing. Uh-oh. Okay, we've reached our problem here. I only want you to pick up $235. I want you to pick up $238. And that will be put into a chest. And there we go. That solves our problem nicely. Problem solving, ho. Away. Amazing. Okay. So we're gonna let that go. And hopefully we can get a good store of uranium-235. Let's begin to set up our reactor, a nuclear reactor. We're not going to power it just yet, because we still need to make the fuel cells. But we do want to get this going. So I'd like to build it in this area right here. I think I might want to make some land fills just to make this a little bit nicer. But let's figure out how this works first. It's been several years since I've tried this at all, and I might not be doing this correctly. So I think I want to start out with this. And okay, so we have steam turbines, which work like steam engines. They take steam and make energy. We have heat exchangers that take from a heat source and heat up a liquid, I guess. And then we have heat pipes. Give me a second. Okay, so we have so this will take the heat and heat up the water, which will make the steam. The steam will go to a turbine. Turbine will make the electricity. All right. So that is our general principle here. Let me play test this real quick. I just want to figure out how I want to set this up. So I don't think I need a lot of heat pipe. Basically, I mean, I need the heat pipe to bring the heat, but I think less is better in this case. Or, I mean, I don't think it actually matters how much you have, but for me, I'd like to have less. That means it's cleaner, right? And I believe we also want to have some storage containers between these two to store steam. I think you're supposed to have it before the energy instead of after, because if I remember correctly, steam engines, they will use up coal when they have to heat up all your stuff. Nuclear reactors always output maximum amount of energy. So you're going to have excess energy a lot of the time, depending on what you're doing. And so we can kind of buffer that through a storage of the steam, I think. I could be very wrong, and that'd be terrible, but I think that's how we do it. And so we have 28 of the turbines, we have 16 of the heat exchangers. So I guess ideally we want 8 on this side, 8 on this side. We're going to want to try to make it a half square for both of these for all of my things. So later on we can expand to have 4 if we'd like. I don't exactly remember the mechanics, but I do know that if your nuclear reactors are like neighboring each other, you get a bonus in the amount of energy they make. So you want them right next to each other like this. And then if I had 4, I'd have 2 more on this side right here. So I need to make enough space so I can get this going. And obviously we'll need to input some water into the system as well, somewhere. So I think here would be a great spot. We'll just plop it down here. And let's get her going. Let's try to see if we can get this going. So we'll make a square of pipes just so I can figure out what's going on. Okay, so it looks like you can see I guess that's a fire symbol. I guess the fire symbol needs to be touching the pipes, right? So that means that either I can extend the line down, or I need to have the shaders kind of just circling the reactors. But as I said before, we don't want to do it all the way around. We just want to do it like this on this side. So this won't fly. So, what I think I remember is I did something like this. But I definitely have more exchangers to use, so we can't do it like this. Hang on. We could set it up like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many do I have? I have 16, right? So I want 4 there, 4 there. And then I'll just have all of the steam engines here. Something like this, maybe. I have to move this over. I'd want the storage engines to touch both of them. Let's see. Keep losing it in my inventory here. Okay, so something like this, and can I? This doesn't work. That means I probably shouldn't do it directly. We'll use pipe buffer system here. There we go. Then from there I can do something like this, I don't know. And that should be more than enough. See, that doesn't work. So we can do something like this, where I just bring a pipe down and cover all these guys like this. So that could theoretically work. I think that's pretty wonky though. And I'd also need to put 14 here, 14 of these engines like this. And I only have 9, so I need to put 5 more. So I think that's definitely doable. I don't know if I want to have it like this though. Let's start researching our next thing. Let's do research speed, why not? Okay, so let's do our checklist. We do have the 4 here. We do have the 4 there. We could space this out a little bit more by putting pipes in between them. I don't really see the point of it, but we could. We could also have pipes coming from this one to that. And now we have two areas here. We could put the turbines vertically. I don't know how much buffer we need for the steam. Probably this is more than enough. So if that's the case, then I don't really like it like this. I don't know. I think we might be better off spacing out the heat exchangers. Because I don't know how this is gonna work, you know? Like it'll have to get all the steam through the sides here. I want to just put these guys into a storage tank. Have 2 go into 1 storage tank. Somehow. And then connected to the storage tank I'll have a couple turbines. I remember when I was doing this before, there were like properties on how the heat transferred, and I have no idea what they are now. It's been so long. So I don't know if this is less efficient or like this will cause problems for me down the road. But I'm gonna try it like this. I kind of like the spaced out method, or spaced out look a little bit more. If it loses me energy, then yeah, I guess whatever. We're not technically using that much energy right now anyways. And by then we'll probably have enough to add more nuclear reactors. So I could space them out in such a way where this works. Like add another pipe and then this will fit into here. I have the space for it. So we might want to just do that. That way, you know, less thinking. That connected, right? Yeah, okay. I think that's good. Only problem here is that the exit for these two are so close together. You can't put two turbines in here like that. But you could easily just use a pipe, bring it through this way. Like that. Okay, I think I like this. So we're gonna try it like this for now. We'll do 2 and then a heat exchanger. And we'll have 4 on each side. Only issue here is going to be how am I going to fit 14 turbines here? Because we're going to have another set of 4 up here, and they're definitely not going to be the same orientation as these guys, obviously. So what I could do is have them face like this, have the ones up here connect directly into these guys, and then have these guys at the bottom. And that way I'll have steam on both sides of the turbines. That might work. 14 only goes into 7 and 2. So I can't really make a square out of them otherwise. A rectangle, I mean. This is 15. I mean, this is not bad, you know. It's okay as long as they're connected by pipes. I think it works, right? Let's do this kind of thing. Something like this. I don't know. This might work out. And then have the rest of them coming through here like this. And you make more pipes. I think this can work. Alternatively, I could like turn some of these sideways or something. I don't know. How much space do they take up the other way? I can get 3. Let's see. I think if I were to do this and set it up like this, and have these two go into this side, and these two go into these four, and also have the bottom here connect to these four. That way, this whole system here will have access to all the steam in these 8 that are making. So let's set up our other 4 and see how that works. Need more storage tanks. I could be overdoing it on the storage tanks, I don't know, but we'll find out by the time we're done with this. I would like to have them share water to make this easier on me. So I don't have to use multiple pumps. It's not too difficult because the water's right here. I could easily route some water elsewhere, but if possible, I'd like them to share the water. Does that work? That works. Okay. So let's try this. So that's what I'm thinking. Something like this. I think that should be fine, right? I could even attach these two. The only issue here is that if I don't have any pumps here working, and these aren't technically liquids, it's a gas that I'm placing. I'm sure it works by liquid dynamics. So if I do it like this, there's a chance that the system doesn't know where to put the steam. They might all end up being accumulated into the storage tanks and not enough going to the turbines. That could be a problem, and I would not like that. So that might mean I need to put some pumps here in the system, which means I would need to move the turbines. I think I do have enough room. I could put a pump right here and then have it attached to these 4, and these 4 will be good. I could additionally put a pump right here and have them all add up to there. The problem is the pump is only a one-way, so if I did put the pump, then I wouldn't be able to actually store any excess if it goes back around. I guess the idea here is that if the system was already full, you would store up all of the steam in here already. And if it didn't have enough, then you would take it out of here. You wouldn't have any opportunity for the steam to go back in. So I guess that's actually not a problem. So we'll try it without the pumps for now. Do I have pumps on me? I do, actually. I'll consider it. We might try it later. Another thing is that we do need electricity running through here. So let's get a substation here and see what we can cover. It looks like we can cover this quite easily. Just doing something like this. We got everything already set. Okay, I think I like this setup. I think it could be better, for sure, certainly. But as a first run through with trying to relearn how this works, I think it's fine. Now I just want to get our nuclear reactors as close to here as possible. And I think this is perfect. I can just run a line right down the middle, right down the center here. Right? Yep. Like that. And like this. And we have our quarter. And all we have to do is do the exact same thing on this side. And I think we're good. I'm going to run heat along this whole section here. We ran out of line, so that's something we need to go make more of. But I think we got something here, so let's finish up here. We're going to copy this. And then we'll add the rest of it. Again, we don't have our nuclear cells yet, so we can't even get this started. We'll have to go make those as soon as possible. But once we do, we'll have access to a lot more energy. And then we can finally make our smelting area. 2, 2, 2. And our turbines. Actually, let's do our pipage here first. Is that how I did it? That is how I did it. Cool. Turbines. Okay, so I guess I'll just do it like this. Works for me. 5. Alright, there we go. Let's make more pipes and connect these up. And of course, we're one short from completing the system here. And we could fix this up to be similar to this. I don't know if it actually matters. This might be less efficient than this. Anyways, let's go grab some iron.